Hi, I'm Ali. This is a brief session of yoga for menopause. Menopause can cause lots of really unpleasant symptoms, both perimenopause, when your hormones go up and down with monotonous regularity, and full menopause, where they're consistently fairly low, can cause all manner of unpleasant symptoms. You're clearly watching this because you've been affected by some of the symptoms, and the good news is that there are things that you can do to help, yoga being one of them. There are literally hundreds of menopausal symptoms. Many people complain of hot flushes because the body's temperature regulation system no longer works just quite so well when hormones are out of sync. There are the emotional symptoms. You can feel quite anxious when you've never had anxiety before. You could feel a bit depressed. I would call it the feeling of doom, and again it's because the hormones have sunk. Sometimes they're on a roller coaster going up and down. So you could feel alternatively anxious or a bit depressed. You could also have joint pains. The fact that you have declining estrogen can cause the joints to be less lubricated, and you can have a lot of aches and pains. Now, yoga can help with all of these things. It's not a magic wand, but it can certainly improve your symptoms and, really importantly, reduce the stress of this often difficult time. So we're just going to do a brief session today with lots of moves that can help with the main symptoms. So remember, so many people think yoga is a drill of perfectly executed poses. So don't put pressure on yourself, because I don't want you to be perfect. I just want you to do your best version of the pose, and that's good enough for me. So don't worry if there's anything you can't do, or usually it's just how your body's, your composition of the body is. That's why you can't do certain things. There's certain things that I can't do. So don't beat yourself up or demand physical perfection. Your best is good enough. So be kind to yourself. Standing at the back of your mat. You don't have a mat, as long as you're doing it on a carpet or something that stops you from slipping, that's perfectly okay. Now let's breathe through the nose. Deep breaths in and slow breaths out. Taking the outer breath to anywhere in the body that needs to relax. So you can just scan the body for any tension and take the breath there. And your breath is really like a secret weapon. And always breathe through your nose. Now we'll start off with a shaking meditation. It sounds a bit woo-woo. It's a really good way to get tension out of the body. So let yourself tremble under the knees, then the thighs. Good. Shake your shoulders, shake your arms, shake your whole body. Just let it all tremble. Good. Lovely. And let it go. Now, when I say Samastiti, take a little jump, connect with the earth. It's the Sanskrit called to mountain pose. Samastiti. Now, inhale your arms out and exhale them in, like you're giving yourself a gentle hug. And as you do that, just think of how you'd like to feel. What you'd like the practice to do for you, and manifest that. Just set a very gentle intention for your practice today. Out. Samastiti. Now let's just salute the sun. Inhale the arms up and exhale them down. as far as you like. It doesn't matter if you come right down to the sides of the feet. You could come to the shins of the knees, and that would be okay. Take a deep breath. Inhale up. Exhale the arms down wide. Do it again. Breathe. Inhale up. Exhale them down wide. One more time. Inhale up and bring it down to Lotus Mudra. Thumbs together, little fingers together. Other fingers bent in the shape of the lotus flower. And mudra is a seal to redirect your precious energy. So breathe deep to open the heart chakra and bring in joy. And take it to heart center. Namaste. Now, let's have right foot forward, back foot 45 degrees. The legs aren't wide, and you have a choice. You can come to reverse prayer, palms together, elbows back, or you could just clasp the hands at the back. So inhale as you exhale, come down. You can look at the toe. If you do have reverse prayer, you push palms together and elbows back. Now, this is a really simple pose, and sometimes the simplest poses are the most effective. Near forward fold like this, just breathe to make it work. Your heart faces the ground, so it's a very calming pose. It slows everything down. The breath is the magic of pure yoga, uniting mind and body, so it's more important than how far you get or perfection. Don't worry about that. Now twist round and move the feet the other way and exhale forward again. So you're looking at the left foot. And breathe. Inhale up. Let it all go. Now sip your water as you practice, or your beverage of choice. Now we'll do a warrior sequence now. Warrior makes you feel strong in mind and body, so it can really be a useful sequence with menopause, as it makes you feel brave and in control, which is really nice. So breathe and make it work for you. That's all you have to do. Samastitihi, wide legs, looking straight ahead. The breath rises and falls, rises and falls, rises and falls. Now you can bend the left knee and the back foot is 45 degrees. You join the palms and look to the thumbs. Breathe to your warrior. You can take it down. You can lower a little bit more. The back leg is straight. The front knee is bent. You want to align the arms. Look at the middle finger. Balance the weight between the legs. And imagine the cleansing breath going to tips of fingers, tips of toes, making you strong. Right hand on right thigh. Feel the tilt in the back. As you look up at the curved left palm, hand on the inside of the left thigh, extend the right arm, and the palm faces the front. Look to the palm and breathe. You face the front. The breath rises and falls, rises and falls, rises and falls. You can bend the right knee, the back foot is 45 degrees. Join the palms, look to the thumbs. Breathe for strength and serenity. Take it down, align the arms, but don't beat yourself up if you're not perfect. When I do the pose in this direction, I'm never quite level, but I'm not going to beat myself up about it, and I'm certainly not going to punish myself by pushing myself into anything that doesn't work for me. So you take that attitude to be kind to your body. Left hand on left thigh, look up at the curved right palm and breathe. Right hand in the inside of the right thigh, extend the left arm, and the palm faces the front. Look to the palm and breathe to the twist. You face the front. The breath rises and falls, rises and falls, rises and falls. Heart center, push. Heart center, push. Heart center, push. Lovely. Samastitihi. Feet under the hip bones, hands on the small of the back. Inhale and tilt now. Exhale and hand down. Bend elbows, bend knees. You're in ragdoll pose. So again, you're suspending your body here in midair. The heart faces the ground, which is really restful. That just instantly soothes anxieties. So if you feel a little anxious on edge, it really helps. You can sway from side to side when you're in ragdoll. Come back to the middle, take a breath. And you can come down to pose of a child. So you have wide knees, and the third eye, the space between the eyes, comes down to the ground, which signifies to the brain it's time to relax. It should be getting slightly easier to breathe deep now. Again, pose of a child is something you can do if you just want to slow down. Nice one before bed. You can bring it up to puppy pose, diagonal space under the arms. You could slide through to a low cobra with the fronts of the feet along the ground, the forearms rest along the ground. You're looking forward, not down, and all you have to do is breathe and connect with the air. Every breath connects you more, relaxes you more. You can look to the right and take a breath. Back to the middle. Then to the left. Take it back. You can come right down so your chin faces ground touches and breathe. Cradle your hands and put your head on them and have a little wiggle. Just wriggle and connect with the earth. It's a really good way to ground yourself. When you're ready, you can bring it to up dog, fronts of feet along the ground. Down dog, hands and feet, shoulders length apart, and body in an inverted V shape. Now, if you don't like the down dog, just miss it out. It's perfectly okay. You could do the pose of a child. Remember, I'm just here to guide you. You can tweak things to suit yourself. If there's something that doesn't suit you, just do the pose that you like best one more time. You can bring the right knee through and bend the left. Cross the legs if you want to, but if you don't like crossing the legs, no one will die. It's perfectly okay. You can spread them out. Your hands on your shoulders. Now, inhale, open the elbows, open the heart and chest. Exhale, bring the elbows together and curl the chin to the chest, looking at the belly. So opening and closing. Doesn't matter if the elbows touch, just bring them in that general direction. Now, this stimulates the vagus nerve, and the vagus nerve is responsible for your body fight and flight mechanism. So if you feel a bit kind of jumpy, anxious, and menopause can do that, it's like a free-floating anxiety, just try this. You'll find it will calm the body. Never fight anxious feelings, just let them go. Remember that nothing is permanent, everything is temporary. So just think of the unpleasant feelings that can come, like visitors in a waiting room. You come and have a seat and then they go. You just let them go, don't give them much respect. Lovely. Let's extend the legs, toes point to the sky, palms are flat by your sides. And just look at your toes, breathing deep. Breathe deep to massage the digestive system. You can sometimes get a little sensitive at that time of life. Remember, your breathing is the thing that counts the most. So just deep breaths in and slow breaths out. Go to anywhere in the body that needs to relax. You can clasp the hands behind the thighs and bring the head down. Breathe in deep, creating a lovely little pocket of stillness for yourself. Just simply surrender to the moment on the mat and breathe. All you have to do is breathe. And it's getting easier to breathe all the time. The breathing that we do in yoga can really slow things down, which can help deal with hot flashes. You slide forward. Now, if you want, bend from your hips rather than curling the back. Bend the elbows and take the toes. You don't want to take the toes, take the knees or the shins. In an ideal world, we'd all have rigid shins with straight backs here. You don't want to try and hump over. You want to bend from your hips, but Please don't beat yourself up if your back doesn't naturally fall into straightness. Just do your best and it's good enough. Inhale, look forwards as you exhale. You could take it a little bit further, but you don't have to. You could just come slightly further than the knees of the shin. Now use your breath. It's your precious tool to soothe the nervous system, soothe everything down. Now let's widen the legs. Bend the elbows. Inhale as you exhale. Push to the right, pushing waves. Like you've a wall of water coming towards you. And you exhale and balance it with your hands. Take it to the other side. Bend the elbows, straighten the arms. Like you have a big pushy wave coming towards you. You just push it. Exhale gently. Everything is slow and gentle. Inhale like you're scooping up a heavy load. Exhale, push it down. You can think of that as of any stresses. You just exhale and let them go. Watch them flow, trickle down elsewhere. Take your water again if you need it. Come down to the ground. Now ankles, knees and hips aligned. You can peel the back off the ground and push the thighs to the sky. You can inhale up to the shoulders and exhale down. Now, I have dodgy shoulders, so I don't probably do this as perfectly as some would. Don't get right up there in the bridge. It honestly doesn't matter. It's about getting gentle energy flowing through the body. So again, quit the notion of perfection. Be kind to yourself. Just do what suits you. Yoga's like a dance you do with yourself. It's not about comparing to what anyone else can do physically. It's the unity of mind and body through the breath, taking you to a sacred space. Think of it that way and don't think about it as the pursuit of the physical. Now, this one, the bridge style poses are really good for the endocrine system, so that's really nice to help with hot flushes, for one thing, because they occur because you have difficulties in the endocrine system of peri-menopause and menopause, so that can help. If you want, you could stay up on the shoulders and you could clasp the hands just underneath small of the back, the foot of the back. And again, I'm not perfect in this. You don't have to be, so just relax into it, and your best version is always good enough. If anything doesn't suit, take a little break and do your favourite pose. Coming down to one more gentle shoulder lift. Now, if you want, keep doing that, or if you like, you could do shoulder stand. So you want to be supported by the shoulders, not the neck. And I like the feet floppy, pointing to the sky. Now, if you have a heart condition or uncontrollable blood pressure, I'd like you to moderate this and just point the toes to the sky and rock the base of the spine up and down from the ground. So that's a gentler version. Or if you just don't fancy the shoulder stand, you can do this. Both are very good for the endocrine system again. It's your body hormone network. They're good for the thyroid. So just breathe. Often menopause can lead to real difficulty sleeping. So if you can't drop off, or if you wake up, which is even worse, and can't get back to sleep, you could actually do your legs up the wall, just doing a version of shoulder stand. Just rest your legs up the wall and breathe gently. That's suitable for everyone. And again, you're really working the endocrine system. You slow everything down in a lovely way. So it's nice to do before sleep, or if sleep feels elusive. You can widen the legs. Bring them together and bring them down. Have the feet together. Knees apart, arms overhead like goalposts. All you have to do is breathe and connect with the earth. Deep breath relaxes you more, connects you more. Deep breaths in, slow breaths out. This is a lovely resting pose, and we must remember that at perimenopause and menopause, we have much less tolerance to stress. We have less resilience to stress. So even if you can make 5 minutes, if you're having a really busy time, a frantic time, to just lie down like this, even if it's for 5 minutes, it can do you an awful lot of good. You just take that mindful decision to lie down and connect with the earth. Bring the arms down so the palms face the ceiling, and spread out the legs so they're all floppy. Drop the shoulders and let the ribs sink to the ground. And take your attention back to your breath. Deep breaths in, slow breaths out. Take the breath to anywhere in the body that needs to relax. Breath in is cooling and calming. Breath out is warm like a wave. Breathing in cool, calm air. Breathing out warm, gentle waves. Bring the knees to the chest, doing a little circle with the back one way, then another. Wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. Give yourself a wee wiggle. And when you're ready, roll over onto your right hand side and support yourself as you come up. Finish cross-legged. Finger and thumb touching, or spread the legs out if you don't want to cross them. Finger and thumb touching, to let in prana, which is life and light. Eyes gently closed. We'll finish with a silent meditation. May the peace of the earth be with you. May the peace of the air be with you. May the peace of the trees be with you. Put your hands on your heart, massage it one way, then another. Open your eyes, salute the sun. Bring it down to Lotus Mudra. Thumbs together, little fingers together, other fingers bent in the shape of the lotus flower. Breathe deep to bring joy and abundance to your day. Namaste. Namaste just means I bow to you, so you're giving thanks to yourself and the universe for your practice. So these are just little techniques, some of the yoga poses that can help with the main problems that can be experienced during perimenopause and menopause. They can be really debilitating, some of the symptoms. Just try and have a little practice. You don't need to do hours of yoga to make it work for you. Even try to get up and do 10 minutes in the morning, and it can be just something that will change your day. Do it a little bit at night. Try and fit in this recording a few times a week. Let us know how you get on. Thank you.